So you're probably wondering, why do you have a square inside of your QBOT when you opened up the box? Well, I'm Denise Applegate-Schober, and I'm the QBOT specialist, and I'm here to help you with that. I have a block here, and I'm going to use all 4 of these blocks with what we're doing today. I've selected the square inside of my QBOT, and the cursor's flashing at the start button. So we're going to tell it go, and we're going to do 4-point scaling type. So I'm going to navigate to 4-point scaling, and we're going to move to the right upper. Now it's really important to know exactly where to line up your foot, your needle, your design when you first begin with QBOT. So because I'd like to echo quilt inside of this box, I'm going to put the needle just inside of the square at the top of the square. So we're at the right upper, we're going to push go. I can see the fabric just through the foot. I'm going to do the same thing at the right lower. I'm just going to see the fabric inside of the foot and push go for right lower. Left upper and left lower. Now we're going to keep it at proportional no. So I'm going to navigate over to proportional no, and we're not going to rotate, we're just echo quilting inside of that 4-block area. It says go equals move to start, and we're at 100% in size, so we're going to press go. It's just moved very slightly. The box design, the square, starts in the bottom left-hand corner and it stitches counterclockwise. Now we're going to do our quilting best practice and pull up our bobbin thread by putting our needle down and back up again, sliding the thread underneath there and moving it out of the way, knowing which way the design stitches. Push go because there's no fine-tune needed, and now it is going to quilt the square, and as you see, it's echoing inside of the existing blocks. Now this is a Madras plaid, and the blocks aren't real proportionally accurate, so it may be close on one side, maybe far away on the other. It's the nature of this fabric. It was actually pre-made. I didn't put this together. Once this block is done, then we're going to exit out of QBOT and show you a couple new features that we have with the 2.0 version of QBOT. Okay, we're going to move the machine away because QBOT's not engaged. We're going to drop the needle down to pull that bobbin thread up right where it came out of. And now we have a bobbin thread to cut. Okay? Now we have our box, and our box is made with the 4 points. Now we're going to have some fun. There's a new feature that we're going to show you. I've got a square selected on QBOT. We're going to do the 4-point scaling. We're going to do right upper with the foot right at the edge of our stitching line that we just created. And we're going to do the left upper, push go, and the left lower and push go. Proportional no, because again we want to fill that space. Now it asks set rotation. Well, we haven't set any rotations before. We're going to do that now. I'm going to push the up arrow, which gives a right rotation, okay, to 20%. Okay, so I can rotate either direction, 180 degrees. It's pretty exciting. Push the go button. It says go equals move to start, and the design's at 100% in scale. So we're going to pull our bobbin thread up to the top, needle up down, and we're ready to quilt. No fine-tune needed. Press go, and it's going to make our design on a 20-degree angle from the original box or the original square. So this would be great if you were doing a square and a square, a card trick design. This makes it really easy for you to put an echo quilting inside of that. When it gets at the end, there's another new feature that we're going to show you. it's going to complete, and it says quilt done. Okay, so the design is done, and it says overlay. We're going to tell it we'd like to do an overlay, and when overlay comes up, the cursor is flashing at 100%. We're actually going to navigate down to 90%. We're going to reduce that original design on point to 90%, 10% less than what it was originally. Go equals move to start. Because we're only moving a small space, it's not really necessary to pull that bobbin thread up at this time, so we're just going to leave that attached. No fine tune needed. So we're going to press go and begin quilting. You could echo quilt all the way down to a very small block inside of here, or you can just do two like we have there. Now I have a quilt, I'm going to show you here, was actually one of the first quilts I put on with the new 2.0 version, and I echo quilted outside of my square and then did some on point designs inside. Did a little free motion, but it really shows you how you can play with blocks with the new 2.0 version. So our box is finished. Now, you may not have a little cheater block like I had there. You may want to put something in the middle of this box. So let's do that. Let's pull our bobbin thread up. And clip it. All right, we're going to exit out, and I have a flower inside of here that we're going to do next. And this flower we're going to do 4-point scaling. If the flower had a top or a bottom, I would select this as the top of my box today. So my squares here, the top of the design would be there. So here's what we need to think about. Where's the right hand side if this was the top? So we're going to go to right upper and press the go button. So it's going to be here. The right lower and press the go button, and it will be here. Left upper and left lower. Proportional no, because we want to fill that space. Now here is where you need to think about it. This box is already rotated, and QBOT remembered the rotation we did for that box, but we're going to take that rotation down to 0 because we'd like that flower exactly in the box the way we selected those points. Because we selected the points on the angle, it will automatically put the angle in for us. Pretty exciting. Pull the bobbin thread up and out of our way. Oh, you know what? I forgot to tell it to scale the design. So you might do that once in a while, no big deal. It's going to go to move to start, and I know it's in the middle. That's why I knew I pushed the wrong, pulled my bobbin thread up at the wrong time, but no big deal. We'll pull it up again because now it's in the middle of the side of the box. And we'll push the go button to begin quilting. Clip that thread out of my way. So now we're putting a little flower that's kind of sketchy looking inside of this box. You could go in and do a triangle design in these spaces if you needed to, or you can leave it like it is. As you can see, the new 2.0 is just great for doing odd blocks, on point, triangles. So if you haven't seen the triangles, you'll want to watch the video on triangles or odd shape. It's in the proportional video. Learn a lot about proportional yes or no. So this flower is almost complete. Once it's finished, we'll again pull the bobbin thread up to the top at the end of our design just for a good quilting practice. Move the machine away, pull it back, drop that needle real close to where it came out, and cut the bobbin thread. So now we've showed you an echo quilting square inside of a square. We have a square on point, 20% rotation, and then a design inside of that. Enjoy your quilting with QBOT. Happy quilting!